Space Marines. Yes, this video is about that faction. What do you think? I'm called Chapter Master Valrak. Of course, we're going to be talking about Space Marines, mainly future releases of Space Marines, because right now, Games Workshop are basically slapping us in the face with a brand new Space Marine model, and there's some debate if this is actually going to be a model, if it's not going to be a model, so we're going to delve into it, look at all the evidence around it, why it's different from the other variants that are already out on the market, and why I personally think this is going to be the next, or one of the next big models coming for Space Marines. So, let's jump in and let's get talking. Now, the worst kept secret for Games Workshop is that 10th edition is going to be dropping next year. Yes, we're currently in this timeline of Arcs of Omens, but it's building up to the launch of 10th edition. And in the 10th edition box set, it's rumored to be Tyranids versus Space Marines. From the sources who I highly trust, they're all saying it is Space Marines versus Tyranids. I am going to be doing a dedicated video on that box set later on, probably not this week, but next week, because there's a lot of information about that box set that I want to talk about. This video, I just want to focus on other types of Space Marine stuff. Now, I only did a video a couple of days ago talking, well, I say re-talking about the new missile troops, the new dreadnought and stuff like that. But I am 110% convinced that we're also going to be getting new jump pack Space Marines. Now, this is a kind of a weird one because we technically already have jump pack Space Marines in Primaris form. One are called Inceptors and the other one are called Suppressors. But this new one seems to be a mix of both of them. And what I mean by that, if we look at the image in the background right now, you can see that this is something different. Now, to give you some context of this image, you're actually seeing two models which you can now buy and play with on the tabletop. The left side is the thick one, it's the Gravis, it's the Inceptor, right? This is the big chunky armor deploying from orbit. You actually deploy these, right from the ship, and they like break through the atmosphere and bring in all like the DACA and all the guns and all the bloodshed, stuff like that. On the far right side is the Suppressor. These are kind of like mini jump pack Marines, not really fully taken to the air, like flying around and stuff like that, like the Inceptors do. Now, the middle image is this brand new thing that appeared in the Space Marine 2 gameplay footage. This was taken from the brand new trailer that just dropped this week, and there's a lot of people asking, what the hell can this be? Now, if you look at that middle image, it's actually kind of like a blend of both the Inceptor and the Suppressor. Now, they both have like thrusters on their legs, which has been taken over to the middle image, but it's where the actual power pack itself. Now, it does have a booster on there, the middle image, which does indicate that this one is more of an airborne troop over that of the Suppressor, but it doesn't really have the adjustability of the Inceptor. The Inceptor has more flaps on its power pack, where the one in the middle just has the two flaps on top, just like the Suppressor has. Now, I theorize that this is potentially going to be the fabled jump assault troops that we've been talking about, that have been rumored about now for, I say, going on like a year, nearly 2 years now. And people have been asking, when are we going to get that option coming to the Primaris range? Because the Inceptor is completely different to a jump assault or stuff like that. You can't take melee weapons with it. Yes, you can go into melee with it, but it's normally a range. You can take plasma and you can take the bolters with it. Suppressor's just the same. It also takes auto cannons and stuff like that. You can't take NM melee. Now, with the middle one, we actually see gameplay where he's not just wielding range weapons, he's actually wielding melee weapons as well. So this is where the theory is coming in now, that the middle one is going to be like a mixture of both of these, where you can take melee and you can take range as well. To me, all you have to do is look at images like this in the background again. This is the promotional images for the collector's edition for Space Marine 2. It's literally right in front of us. Games Workshop are just slapping us in the face at this moment in time, saying, hey, this is a brand new unit, but we're not going to confirm it until we're ready to confirm it. If these developers have this type of model already, it's been confirmed by Games Workshop, because the way it works is that everything in a 40k game, everything from the music to the tiles to the doors to the sounds to the character skins to the models, everything itself has to be 110% confirmed by Games Workshop. I know that's how it works. I've spoken to developers in the past who have worked on 40k products, and that is how it works. So for me, I am 110% on board that this is the new Jump Assault troop. This is what they're going to look like. You're going to have options to take range, and you're also going to have options to take melee as well. Also, just before we end the video, I do want to say that next year is going to be the year for Space Marine players. If you collect Space Marine armies, if you love Space Marines, then again, next year you are going to have a lot of fun. Hopefully I can share some more of that information closer to the new year and stuff like that. But yeah, I am absolutely hyped at this moment in time for being a Space Marine player. I really, really hope some of the rumors that I'm hearing are true. Because yeah, it sounds fun. And I'm sorry if I say next year is going to be a Space Marine year, because technically every year is a Space Marine year, because Space Marines get the love, right? We always get the love. I'm sorry. I really, really am sorry as a Space Marine player. Actually, I do love it, but I do feel sorry for other people who play other races who don't get the attention cake as us Space Marine players get. I do feel your pain, but at the end of the day, my repulsors go brrr, so yeah. Die, heretics. Right, enough waffling from me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. If you got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, am I wrong about the Jump Assault? Am I right? Are you convinced? Are you not convinced? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Post it all down below, and we'll give a nice little waffle down there, as we always do. See you now. Have a great day, and bye-bye.